So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. This is caught at the end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Swift, the ball carrier.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the points that they just had against them.
DeAndre Swift.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Blackburn.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
Blackburn's pass. Complete to DeAndre Swift.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. It worked very well there for a 1st down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, 49ers. Keenan Allen, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
For the point after.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's out of bounds up around the 14-yard line.
Celebrating the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, 85 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
45-yard line.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. Creeping up on 1,000, could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively, maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage the quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now, too.
Yeah, a little bit of a cat and mouse game. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. 7-7, our score after 1. On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Blackburn. Open man, complete. Ball comes loose, and the Raiders pick it up, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running is Jacobs. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Ball carrier.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Jacobs now. And taken into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. Some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
That's thrown into the arms of Allen. And he goes out right around the 39. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. Back to throw. Blackburn. As he throws, he lost the football. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for it.
And this carries into the end zone.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, he doesn't need to change much personally. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Third down.
Operating from the gun. Blackburn got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That gain on third down, good for 28.
First down.
On 1st and 10. Blackburn. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, Blackburn. On the slant, able to find Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers.
Blackburn's pass.
Brandon Ayuk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
For the point after.
And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him. And, of course, the big guys up front, we're creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They run it with Jacobs. And running with power here. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. On 3rd down, that is a big-time play for the Raiders. 55 yards. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Shedding defenders at the 15. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They go play action here on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does it? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard.
And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me.
And the Raiders have got him. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Operating from the gun, Blackburn. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Throwing again. Blackburn. It is incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle. It's tight end. And it's third down. They run out of the gun. Here's Swift. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taken in at the 22. So we reach halftime, and okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
14.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That first down run could not have turned out worse for a defense because when they came out on the field, their number one mission, to keep them stacked up close to their goal line, and at worst, create great field position for their offense. Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, it's Jacobs. Oh, some strong running. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. And even 70 yards on the pickup. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. This inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And remember, that drive started back at the 2, 98 yards into the end zone to finish with that run.
And what do you think the guy who punts the ball is doing? 42. I mean, when that drive started, he was thinking about, okay, catch it, get rid of it, right? When he's warming up in the net, don't step backwards and create a safety because he was counting on worst-case scenario. And as the drive went on, he figured...
He turned that net into a hammock.
Exactly. Give me a drink of water and let me just relax.
At their own 25-yard.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
A loss of 6 yards.
That's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention he deserves it. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a consequence.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. It's a big play there for Vegas. 47 yards. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Brings up second and 1.
And again this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
That's good.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And a boy showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. is running away with this one. Now the extra point try forthcoming.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
With the score.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Off-play action. Blackburn. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, San Francisco.
On first down, Blackburn. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. CD, this defense, man. At this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Oh, he tracked him. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw. Gilmore. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. And 22 more yards there and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Gilmore. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally, they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 14-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 49 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Now they'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake. Blackburn. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the fourth quarter. Along with Jacobs there on first down, but he'll manage only a yard or 2 at best. Second down coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
The pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the 37.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 27-yard line. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. He's brought down after a very nice gain. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down, Jacobs. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Short kick. One of the up men will take it down. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Intended for Brandon Ayuk. It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Blackburn. And the Raiders have got him. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Blackburn. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he will finally get out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big play that time for the Raiders. 46 yards on the ground.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for a trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
The quarterback sacked.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Following the fumble recovery, Gilmore. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Looking to throw. Gilmore. They'll roll him out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. Oh, he stays up. And now he's swallowed up and taken down. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Las Vegas, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take